Hey guys, I've just come out to the city to check out the new Hermes foundations and their primer. I'm not sure if it's been out for a little while, but it's news to me. Anyway, so while we're out, we had a quick lunch and coffee, and I've got about half an hour until my appointment with my Hermes sales associate. So I might go check out Jonathan Anderson's Dior collection because I saw some on the window while I was walking before. So yeah, let's make a little shopping trip out of this one.
Trying on the bow bags, which seem to be the signature bag and the most popular style from the Dior Anderson collection. I also share my thoughts in depth about the Anderson collection towards the end of the video, so please stay tuned. The lambskin leather feels so luxurious, not sure how well it will wear though. I think you'd have to be very careful, especially with the lighter colours. It has some cute details like the ribbon shaped chain links. You can also cross over the chain like this and change up the look of the bow bag into this more girly, dressy, whimsical handheld bag, which I think is pretty cool. Also trying on the larger size as a clutch bag without the chain. This is the medium book cover book tote in the blue Dior oblique jacquard with white lace and Dior medallion. I love the vintage look of the Dior medallion. The interior of the new book totes actually have a zip pocket, 2 slip pockets, and it also comes with a shoulder strap. This is the small book cover book tote. The ribbon border is quite cute and love this neutral colour. A lot of the small leather goods also had bows on them as well. We are at Hermes now to check out their new Plein Air foundation. The display wall is really cool. I was surprised how many shades the foundation came in. I feel like I can definitely find the right shade for me. Of course, we had to quickly check out the new bag display too, which is completely different to the bag display on our last visit just before Christmas. If you haven't watched my Hermes shopping vlog from December, I'll leave it linked below.
Alright guys, I'm back home now. I quickly wanted to show you the foundation and the primer that I picked up from Hermes, as well as the very cool red envelopes for the Chinese New Year for this year. It is so cool. And then I also want to share some of my thoughts about the Dior Anderson collection. So yeah, let's start by showing you what I ended up getting in terms of the Hermes foundation. I picked up the primer. I really love the feel of it and the scent of it when I tried it in store. The packaging is just very similar to their other beauty products. So it comes like this. I do like the bottle as well. It does look very clean. It's half clear and half opaque. It is 33 ml, so I suppose a little bit expensive, but I don't wear makeup every day, so I know this will still last me quite a long time. My sales associate told me that with the primer, 90% of the ingredient is like skincare ingredients, so very nourishing to your skin. Only 10% is like a makeup ingredient, I suppose. I am not a makeup or beauty guru whatsoever, so I don't even know what I'm saying, but that's what he said. And then I also love the cap. Isn't that just really pretty with the gold Hermes logo? It's not a magnetic cap, it just opens and closes by pushing down. And then this is the foundation I picked up. I picked it up in the color 35N Orange. So they had 3 different color groups and then multiple colors, so lightness or darkness, if you could call it that, in each of the color groups. I know that I'm usually a neutral, so yellow based color. So they have the C color, I believe it was, with the pinkish undertone, and W, which is another sort of like cooler undertone, and then N, which is the neutral, which is what I normally am. So I tried a few different shades in the N category, and this one seems to suit me the best. So this is what their foundations look like. So my essay told me that even their foundations are about 80% of the ingredients skincare and only 20% color and makeup sort of ingredient. So again, very, very high end. So this has basically the same packaging, but this time the bottom is frosted glass, so you can still see the product. Again, same size, 33 ml. So they're kind of small, I guess. I think most foundations that I used to buy are like 50 ml for the small size. But anyway, I don't actually have a foundation at the moment. I usually only wear like BB cream or BB cushion, so it's good to actually have a foundation again. So same sort of lid, and this one I don't love the scent of too much, but it's pretty subtle, it's okay. But the primer scent is so fresh and citrus, I absolutely love it. So these are the 2 items that I picked up. I wanted to really quickly just put these on and share my thoughts with you. I am not a beauty person by any means. I don't really have much idea about makeup, but still, let's try this together. I don't have anything on my face at the moment, fresh face. This is the primer. So this is 1 pump, and I'm just going to use my fingers because that's what I normally do. Ooh. This feels really, really moisturizing. I do have, baby C is with me at the moment, if you can hear her in the background. Very moisturizing, which I really appreciate because I do have pretty dry skin. I'm looking a bit red because it's a bit hot at the moment. There we go. So I don't think it makes a visible difference, but the skin definitely feels nice and silky and smooth. So really a big fan of the primer, and like I mentioned, I love this citrusy scent, very refreshing. And then let's try the actual foundation. I think new foundations you always have to shake. Oh, is there a ball in there? I can hear something. Give it a really good mix. So since this is new, it'll need a few pumps before we get any product out. I think I can feel it. Okay. 1 pump. This is probably not a full pump, so I'll add a little bit. Okay, that's probably more like the full pump. And let me distribute the foundation. I feel like it's probably not enough, but let's dab it in. Don't love this scent as much as I do of the primer, but still subtle enough. Don't mind it. I feel like for light coverage, 1 pump is enough, but if I want more coverage, I'm sure I can build on it. So this is the side with the foundation, and I do have a couple of red patches at the moment. I think it's just the weather's been so crazy. And then this side, I only have the primer. Not sure whether you can see that, but definitely one thing for sure is I'm really sensitive to texture when it comes to foundations and whatever goes on my face. Really loving the feel of how this goes on to my skin. Let me finish the face. I do have a foundation brush, but I'm so lazy a lot of the times. I just use my fingers. It's probably so bad. There we have it. It is meant to be a matte foundation, but it does seem to have a little bit of a glow to it, which I do personally like. But if you like a really matte finish, I'm not sure whether this is matte enough, but I do like this sort of like healthy glow look. So that is my face with the foundation on. Again, because I don't have any other makeup, I probably look a bit different compared to what I normally do. But yeah, I'm really happy with the purchase. Still think it's kind of expensive at $240 for this foundation, and I believe this one was $180, something like that. But again, I know they're gonna last me a while, so I was okay to spend the amount. I realized my makeup room doesn't have the best lighting to show you the skin texture, so I came out to the lounge where we've got a bit more natural lighting, and this is what my skin looks like with the foundation on. Pretty natural coverage. I am personally really happy with it. This is the look that I quite like. So yeah, back to the main part of the video. And then let me show you the red envelopes for this year. I first saw these on my friend Celia from Instagram handle Luxavore. We caught up the other day and she showed me photos of these and I thought, I want some of those. They usually give you 10. These envelopes are so cool. So they're kind of like a 3D thing. Look at that. Isn't that so cool? So you've got the horse there and then the beautiful background with the clouds and scenery. That is so cool, isn't it? And then I suppose there is a slot for your money there. So even though we don't actually have anyone that we give out red packets to yet, I'll keep these because they are so pretty. I think this is the best red packet I've ever seen from a luxury house. I guess I'm not a huge shopper compared to a lot of people and I don't actively look for these or collect these. So maybe there have been some really nice ones in the past, but from all the ones that I ever received, this is like the most amazing one. So I really wanted to quickly show you that as well. Next thing, Dior Jonathan Anderson collection. They are definitely really different. I can definitely see his style coming through some of the bags that I saw. I didn't check out ready to wear or anything. I just had about 15-20 minutes, so I just quickly checked out all the bags that they had in store. The most popular one from what I can see is the ribbon bag. Comes in 2 different sizes. The smaller one is the most popular, which I guess is the reason why it comes in a few different colors. And then the larger one only comes in the black. I think the opinions on that bag is so polarizing that some people really love it. They love how it is Jonathan Anderson. It was a little bit reminiscent of, which I know completely different styles, but I could see some style resemblances to my JW Anderson bag, which is this corner bag in the small size. This is one of his signature bags from his own line. I could definitely feel the vibe of his design. I was also really excited to check the collection out because it's his first collection since being appointed at Dior, and I've really been enjoying this one bag that I bought from his own personal collection. So yes, back to the ribbon bag. It is definitely a very different style. It's so whimsical, even down to the chain details. I didn't even know that some of the chains were actually in the shape of a ribbon. How cute is that detail? So I also couldn't decide whether I loved it or didn't really like it because I do love the idea of it, but for some reason I just thought it didn't really look Dior in a sense, and I think that's been a lot of people's opinions too. And I read somewhere that someone said that it does remind them of Kate Spade bags, which I also completely can see where they're coming from as well. So maybe it doesn't look as luxurious as what it should look at that price point, but then again, luxury prices are crazy these days with any bag anyway. So even though a very original design and a very unique and very Jonathan Anderson vibe, yeah, I can see why it's so polarizing. I personally won't be adding that. It's also a little bit too cutesy for my style. I think maybe it'll look nicer on a younger person, maybe. But I did like the larger style a little bit more in the black. You can detach the chain and just use it as a big puffy clutch bag, which is really cute, but that kind of has been done before with Bottega and a lot of other designers, the puffy bag clutch style. So I just wouldn't see the merit in doing that, but I did actually like the look of that. It just wasn't the most original look. I did like how the essay showed me that you can change up the look of it and make it super girly and dressy by crossing over the chain and making it more like an evening wristlet bag. I did like that look a lot, but that just won't be reason enough for me to go out and spent, I think they were like $5,500 Australian. And then I noticed that all of the Lady Dior's and the DJoy bags had ribbons added to their Dior charm. It was cute, but I just don't know how I feel about that. In a way, it almost cheapens the look of those iconic Dior bags. Not a fan, but definitely cute. I just would prefer not to have the ribbon. And then I did really like the book totes, how they had the book cover series in the different sizes, especially like the denim one that I tried. I did like how they revamped the book tote and made the interior a lot more functional and added straps to even larger size book totes as well. So they're not just a hand carry big open tote, but they're a bit more versatile with the shorter crossbody strap, and also the interior now has a zip pocket and a couple of slip pockets. So that is a lot more functional and more user-friendly in a big tote. So at least you can keep some items more secure and easier to find. So I did like that revamp of those book totes. I also liked how Anderson brought back the old Dior logo with the capital D, but then the small letters IOR. That is very old school Dior. I remember when I first started looking into luxury bags, like 12 years ago, Dior used to use those logos, and my mum actually has a Dior bag that has that logo on it. So I do like how it brings back memories and brought back all Dior. So all in all, the collection is definitely unique. It's refreshing to see some more original ideas and designs. Not sure whether it is very Dior vibes. Price points I thought were reasonable. In the current luxury designer bag market, everything is so expensive. So considering the current designer bag prices, I thought the prices were not too bad. I think it'll just come down to people's personal preference, whether they like it or not, but I definitely don't think there'll be any staying power. These will be more trendy designs, so they might be really cool to carry around for a couple of seasons, but they will start to look really dated because they are so unique. So I definitely won't be adding anything from Jonathan Anderson's first collection with Dior, but I'm excited to see what else comes out in the future because I do actually really like his style. As you can see, this is one of my favorite bags. So that is it for this really casual impromptu video. I hope you still enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. As always, thank you so much for watching and spending some of your precious time with me today, and I can't wait to see you again soon in my next video. Bye guys.